Hi and welcome back to my little film and TV channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. And we have a little return of one of my favourite, series one was great anyway when I watched it. And when I looked at the schedules and saw this was back on, I was very looking forward to it. So let's see how it panned out. It's not always something works that you think's going to work. But we're going to look over to the BBC today. And of course, The Outlaws. The Outlaws is back for a series 2. So we're going to have a look at that, please, if you do enjoy what I do. You can push that subscribe button if you're not already done so, and if you have done so, tell your friends, keep passing the word. It's views are steadily growing on the film and TV channel. Obviously I do the football stuff as well, which gets a lot of views, and certainly some of these get a lot of views as well, but generally on average, yeah, they're growing. So thank you very much for your support, and give an old man an old TV watcher a thumbs up or a like. That'll be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so we get 6 episodes, which, you know, British comedy, British drama. We don't overdo it, do we? We keep it nice and short, so it doesn't get old. Remember the old Fawlty Towers? What, 12 episodes was it? Never gets old. I still watch it now. The Outlaw Series 2. Oh, I binge watched this. Of course, in the space of a morning and an early afternoon. Didn't take long, obviously, on BBC iPlayer. If you're outside of the UK, check your territory, whether you get the BBC stuff like BBC America, stuff like that. But it's currently showing weekly on BBC as well. As I said, the follow-up to the 2021 successful series, and it brings back all the main cast, which is great. And Stephen Merchant, the guy who put this together and acts in it, of course, said that his love for the characters means he hopes to continue the series beyond these episodes, which will be no complaints from me on that one. Right, what's it about? Well, it follows on directly from the first series, so if you've not watched the first series, and if you do watch the first series and don't like it, probably don't bother with the second, because you're not going to like the second either, because it follows on directly from the first. Outlaws still have time to serve on their sentences, of course, all doing community services down in Bristol, but now they must face the fallout from their actions. They thought the criminal underworld or the local police were done with them. Yeah, there's certain loose ends left open, obviously, in the last series. They are sorely mistaken. The Outlaws must depend on one another while working with unlikely allies to atone for their sins. But can they save themselves without sacrificing their souls? Probably not. And you will see. So we've got the return, as I said, all the main characters: Stephen Merchant, Christopher Walken, Rhiannon Barretto, Gamba Cole, Darren Boyd, Claire Perkins, and Eleanor Tomlinson as the wonderful Lady Gabby, obviously. With Merchant, probably the key to this for me. They're the 2 main reasons I watch it. They're the 7 for strangers forced to work community service, of course. Also return, again, another one I like to watch and is very funny. Jessica Gunning obviously plays their supervisor in this, the poor bugger who has to put up with all this rubbish. Anyway, what are my thoughts on this? There's very little critical review out there. Not many people had a chance to watch it yet. I'm recording this as at the 7th of June 2022. But I think the beauty about this, and any returning series, doesn't matter what it is, it could be anything, is just like, it's like slipping on a comfortable pair of slippers, isn't it? If it's one of these fun, with a little bit of darkness in it, of course, there's drugs and stuff like that, but it's all done in a light way. So it's just like shoving on an old pair of comfortable slippers. And we all know, obviously, characters and loose ends from the last series are going to be sort of carried on with this, and it's just like a continuation. So you got 6 episodes in the first series, and it's just like this makes it 12 basically. The Merchant humour is what for me makes this stand out. I'm a big fan of Stephen Merchant. He makes me laugh. He makes me laugh just listening to him talk, interviews or whatever. I just like the guy. I think he's wonderful. And if you're a fan, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this. And if you're a fan, certainly the first series, you won't be disappointed with this. And it always works best, I think, from a comedic point of view when Merchant is on screen. Or obviously the supervisor lady that I mentioned before. But there's plenty more to like it anyway. But I say that is the element. Then I one or two, well, probably 2 or 3 characters. I'll say 2, definitely 2, perhaps a third. A bit bland for me, a bit uninteresting. They don't quite get the humour that I want to see. It's not really their style. They're a bit more laid back. But nothing bad enough to ruin the series. All the characters don't quite appeal. I mean, there's a character in this who's obviously grown and grown from the first series and into the second series. Yeah, I'm not giving any spoilers away. I just now I'm not unsure about the character this lady's playing, so you'll know if you watch it anyway. It just seems a bit odd going forward with that character as well. But let's say only minor quibbles. I'd still think this is jolly good fun, if you like, if you speak the old English parlance. Jolly good fun indeed. And of course, if you're a fan of the first series, this is more of the same. Hopefully more to come, as he's promised. And of course, Stephen Merchant might have to work a little bit harder to bring the loose ends together for the next one, because there's certain things still happening, but obviously certain members of the gang have sort of swanned off to various places. So we'll have to work a little bit hard to get them all back together, but I'm sure it won't be a problem. I'm sure something will happen that'll reunite them as any good friends thrown together. So my score for this, I'm going to give it a good, healthy 7 out of 10, as I said. Was it better than the first series? Probably not. I think this first, because of the uniqueness, and even though you were getting to know the characters, I think obviously because you were getting to know the characters, it was just slightly funnier. But there's nothing wrong with this. Don't get me wrong. This is a good, funny series. I didn't look back actually what scored the first one, but I'll give this a 7 out of 10. I'm sure I would have scored the first one at least 7.5 out of 10, something like that. I'll have a look back, and if we can see it, if we can find the original notes on it, and I did it, I'm not even sure I did it. I'm sure I did. I'll stick up on the screen anyway what I give the original series. So I'm going to take a jump at this one and say 7 out of 10, even though it could end up being higher than last series. I don't know. It depends what mood I was in. Perhaps I'm not too sure. But anyway, enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Glad to find. I can't wait for series 3. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you like this, if you're a fan of Mr. Merchant like I am, let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. Till we meet again, that's one thing, don't I? You and your families, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.